Hello comrades and welcome to a big new project I've teased in one comment on an unrelated video a while ago, but I've actually been planning for months, so big brain energy. Anyway, more about that at the end of the video. Now I rank these units based on their overall utility, their stats, effectiveness at their design role, and how well they function in endgame content like Super Battle Road, the Legendary Goku event, and Infinite Dragon Ball history. I've also considered how much their weaknesses limit them and their accessibility to players. And I'm sure that some of you will disagree with me, and I'm happy to discuss it in the comments, just, be nice about it. Okay, let's get into it. Number 10 is TEQ Vegito Blue. He's an older unit, but the amount of supers he does and the damage he outputs still lands him a spot on this list for me. While he's outdone by his physical counterpart, he is still a fantastic unit. He stacks attack and defense, but often kills way too quickly to build up for endgame content. So when he gets an easy A, the game is over. No more Dokkan, only Vegito Blue Super Attack Simulator. Number 9 is the type support Tien. While he's unfortunately locked behind the TEQ type banner, he's still the best support for Super TEQ units. He not only offers a 50% boost to attack, he also changes orbs. But even on top of that, he greatly lowers enemy attack and defense for Super Battle Road and is the catalyst to help LR Goku and Frieza hit attack numbers like 13 million. He excels at support but still offers utility outside of that for his team. Number 8 is Super Saiyan 2 Transforming Vegeta. He's well-rounded, a good defensive and a good offensive unit. While his transformation condition and his switching from super to extreme are annoying at times, they are not debilitating for him. The only reason he isn't higher is that the other units do parts of his kit better, but he's undeniably a good unit. Number 7 is LR Jiren. This boy, nay, this man is pure power and muscles. He's bursting on the scene with 4, 5, 6 million attack stats. On top of that, he has a guaranteed stun in his active skill for Super Battle Road. Just give him a good linking partner, and you're good to go. Number 6 is LR Gohan and Goten. Sure, they struggle for ki a little bit early on, and they only have one ki link, but it also just so happens that one of their favorite linking partners, Physical Movie Heroes Gohan, is a support that offers ki. They also have an amazing leader skill that allows you to run 2 good categories, and ultimately, they do big damage like Jiren, but also facilitate a wider variety of team builds. While they do have a big weakness early in the fight with ki, that can be mitigated with a general pool unit, and after a turn or two, they'll be fine anyways. Alright, here's where I think I might lose some of you. My number 5 pick is Super Saiyan Kid Trunks. For those of you who don't know, because this awakening is only out on JP as of recording this video, they made this Trunks and his companion unit Goten absolutely incredible when they're together. This boy gets 70% damage reduction when he's paired with a Goten or Krillin unit, just 40% if he's on his own. If you want to know just how good high amounts of damage reduction can be, check out AGL and TEQ Golden Frieza. Those boys are taking massive hits when their passives are active. And then if that wasn't already great, he also gets an additional 70% attack on top of his already 120% from his passive when he's paired with that Goten or Krillin. But that's only 190% attack, I hear you say from your unenlightened mind? Well, they're calculated separately, which means that it ends up being 274% attack on a general pool unit. A general pool unit whose original SSR has been around since 2017. The reason he's lower is that you do need a Goten or Krillin unit, but thankfully the Goten is a perfect linking partner, sharing all 7 links. 10 out of 10, highly recommend rainbowing this guy. Anyway, the reason that he's higher on my list than some LRs is that he's strong defensively and offensively, he's very accessible, he has an equally accessible perfect linking partner, and has several great categories that he fits on. He's easy to build around, and again, damage reduction this high is super good. Next up are the 13 million boys. I couldn't put Tien on this list without putting the absolute monster he enables. While their full potential is very limited by the debuffing requirement, they are absolutely jaw-dropping when it's unleashed. On top of that, they still have the strongest leader skill in the game, and truth be told, they actually would have been a little bit lower since Tien is hard to get, but we recently got another great linking partner for them, this time in the general pool with AGL Krillin. While of course not as good, it does really make LR Goku and Frieza's hidden potential usable to a much larger portion of the player base. But beyond that, even without a perfect partner, they still hit good numbers and even provide their own attack debuffing for Super Battle Road. but what keeps them so high on this list is just the absolute magnitude of how strong they can get. They remain one of the strongest units in the entire game under specific situations, but it's that need for certain circumstances that keeps them from being the top of my list. Next up is LR TEQ Vegito. LR Vegito starts the fight as a strong but well-rounded unit. As the fight continues, he keeps getting stronger. He launches 2 super attacks a turn and gets a 50% chance to dodge if he's in the 3rd slot, which lets you play him in 2 distinct ways. On top of that, he has a very strong leader skill and no super obvious massive flaws. Sure, he could be a little stronger defensively, but he's not bad and you have dodge to mitigate it. Number 2 is TEQ Khalifa. Guaranteed dodge against a huge portion of the game is way too OP. If you have an event where you know she's going to get her passive off, there's no reason not to put her on your team. Hell, I even end up using her on teams where she doesn't have a leader skill just because I know she's going to dodge every hit that comes her way. It is just that good. Even when she's not guaranteed to dodge, she can still get up to an 80% dodge chance if you have her on a Universe 6 Peppy Gal's team. Outside of that, she stacks attack and defense for long events, so even by the time you get to MUI in the Legendary Goku event, where he does disable dodge, you'll have decent defense and be able to tank some of his hits. Her flaw is that she's not very strong offensively, but if you're not taking any damage with her, it doesn't really matter. Other units can do damage, or you can just play it slow and build up her stacks, but guaranteed dodge is what puts her at my number 2 slot. And finally, the best Super TEQ unit in the game for 2020, in my opinion, is TEQ Transforming Gohan. That boy literally has all you can need in his kit, but he also excels at it. You need defense? Well, he guards against all attacks and greatly stacks attack and defense with every super. Do you need attack? Well, let him go in the 1st slot and take 1 hit so he can have 236% attack. I'm not even kidding. That's combined with the fact that, again, he greatly stacks attack and defense. Hell, when you're bored of the Gohan stacking simulator, transform him to get a 307% attack boost on top of however many stacks you had. And now, you don't even need him to be in the 1st slot every turn. He just needs to take 1 attack, and then you have 307% attack for the rest of the match. And then just for kicks, he can also stun on his super. You're welcome. People are quick to point out that he only has 2 key links because Ultimate Gohan as a character feels like wasted potential personified, and it feels nice to say he's bad. But let's be 100% honest. It doesn't matter. Even with no key, he is still guarding against all attacks. You activate 1 key link and you only need 3 orbs to super attack. The next turn, 2. He's number 1 because he's not only jack of all trades for endgame content, he's the master of all trades. Are you curious where your favorite unit lands even if they didn't make it on this list? Well, stay tuned because this Sunday we're doing the full Super TEQ tier list. Okay, so I get a lot of questions about whether a unit someone pulled is good or not, and so much so that we actually made a channel in the Discord for it, linked down below. So I decided that halfway through the year, I wanted to finish 2020 by ranking every unit in Dokkan into my own comprehensive tier list. But then it became September and I realized just how many units are in the general pool, so I narrowed my scope a little bit. Now the project is to rank every LR, every Dokkan Fest, and all units that came out or got an awakening in 2020. We're going to be doing a top 10 video for the units I think deserve the best slots for their type, and then a general tier listing for the others so you have an idea of how good each unit is as we go into 2021. My goal for this is to finish by the end of the year, and I hope you're looking forward to it. And finally, while I have you here listening to content updates, I am working on a new newbies guide, but it is absolutely massive. It's going to take likely several more months of research, but I'm hoping to finish this by the end of the year or early January. In the meantime, I will be around here and on Discord to answer your questions if you have them. Now, all that being said, I'll see you Sunday, and I hope you have a good day, good week, good life, and happy summons. Goodbye.